Now let's keep going and into the second half of this and talk about the other aspect which many first-person shooters, pretty much all valid first-person shooters, have. The multiplayer option. Now, it was a little bit of a shame that the multiplayer option is only limited to online, so there's no local multiplayer. You don't go split screen. There's none of that. But like I said, they're building this off of the base structure, so when they come out with Conduit 2, there's most likely going to be co-op and split screen. So the online, however, is fantastic. It's probably some of the best online action of first-person shooters that I've ever seen, honestly, on the Wii. You have, of course, all your customized controls. They stay there. You edit a few other options, like you can edit your HUD placement, much like you did in the campaign mode, if you want to change it up again. You can edit the character in which you're going with, which you have a choice of a scientist, a guard, fighter, something like that, and other options. There's also a bonus option with the spy, which if you listen to Nintendo Radio, you now have the code for. So that's very cool. Another thing about online that's really cool that you'll see in the options menu is the ability to have Wii Speak. This is really cool if you went out and actually paid for Animal Crossing. Sorry guys if you did. I don't know why you did. We recommend if you don't. But if you just got Wii Speak and not Animal Crossing, either way, now you can use it. You can use it with your friends. You can also use it online with just regular people. I've seen some people have the Wii Speak online with just regular people. I really haven't heard them say anything, but there is an option on your Wii to click whether you want to hear them or not. So if they're just a bunch of whiny 10-year-olds, like the ones we find in Halo, then you could shut them off. If they're somebody who's, on your team and giving you battle strategies, maybe we keep them on. Honestly, what I did, and I do this with my friends because I really don't care if I talk to people randomly online, is I'll go into Skype on my laptop and I'll just have my clip-on mic, and then I'll just play the Conduit that way. I play most of my multiplayer games online like that, and, it's a good idea. But if you do have Wii Speak, this does support it, and that was very cool. So let's get into the meat and potatoes, if you will, of the online mode. On online, you have many modes of which you can choose from. You have modes such as Last Man Standing, 3 strikes, which is just you have 2 more respawns. You have ASE football, which is one of my favorites, which you have to hold on to the ASE without any weaponry besides grenades and kind of run away from everybody else and just rack up points as you hold on to it, which is a really, really cool mode. I approve of it. I'm glad it was on there. They have Marathon, which runs for 20 minutes, which is insane. Outside of the modes, they have all the different weaponry. You have Drudge, Trust, Near Far, Explosive, and it's really fun to mess around with the different modes and the different guns just to see how it will affect the match, because if you're playing an explosive 3 strikes match, it might be over pretty soon. Whereas if you have Near Far and you're trying to shoot some guy who's jumping around with a shotgun, a different outcome might occur, most likely. And then, of course, there's the maps of which you can play on. The maps are pretty good. They're pretty well-rounded. They are expansive in size. And the only map that I noticed may have been missing is a sewer map. There's not really anything sewer-based, no water or anything like that. Or, I was just kind of surprised that they didn't include that, because a lot of the single-player, spoiler, is hosted in a sewer. Well, not a lot, but a good amount is, and I would have expected that to happen. I am running out of time here, so let me speed it up. Online is pretty fast. When you connect with people, you get people right away. It's not like Brawl where you're waiting an hour and waiting and hitting the sandbag. There's no sandbag to hit. You rank up as you defeat people, which is good. You can tell your ranking by the trust symbol by your name. So the only complaint I had with online is, I've noticed this a few times, it's reoccurring, is that sometimes I'll get into a match and I'll be stuck somewhere with just my gun floating. Now, sometimes it'll just be sky or a piece of the map, or just like darkness, complete black screen. I don't know why this happens. I'm hoping that it's remedied soon. I don't know if they can send out a patch. I doubt they will, but either way. In the Conduit 2, I'm sure it'll be fixed. But it doesn't make that much of a deal where you say to yourself, I'm not going to buy this game because of it. So overall, I give the Conduit an 8.8. Now, if you remember my Mad World review, I do believe I gave that a 9.0. Reason being is that the Mad World story was a lot more compelling. Didn't matter really that it didn't have online. If it did, it would have been incredible. And the only reason I give the Conduit an 8.8 is because it's very similar to other shooters. And if you do have a PS3 or a 360, I don't recommend getting it. But if you're a Wii owner, totally pick it up. I'm Diogen Z for Nintendo Radio, and I am out, guys.